It's time to meet another one of my friends, and so without further ado, please welcome to the screen songwriter, entertainer, and eco-blogger. Please reveal yourself, Dillie, Keane of Fascinating Aida.
Hello.
And a big breathing out, because we've been trying to connect and technology has not been on our side, has it?
Yeah, the Skype app was really behaving very, very oddly.
Yeah,
and it
I know.
kept turning me to the same menu to reload.
So technology aside, Dillie, how are you doing?
Well, I normally do very well with technology. I'm the one who usually does all the sort of geeky bits for Fascinating Aida. So I'm slightly, and I'm building a website at the moment for somebody else. So I'm not really quite sure why I was having such problems.
No, sometimes, well, I don't know about you, sometimes I just have to step away and go back to the garden. And
No, I
I know we...
I keep going.
You keep going.
Yes.
Listen, Dillie Keane, I've got 3 questions for you.
I'm Fascinating Aida for 422 years.
That's very true. Keeping going is what you do.
Nothing if not persistent. I have the brain of a terrier and the teeth of a terrier.
Well, I've got 3 questions for you. Are you ready for your first?
Questions.
Okay.
Yep.
First question, Dillie Keane of Fascinating Aida, is what is your recollection of our first meeting?
Your one-person show up at Hampstead, and so I remember that I really enjoyed the show very much, and you did a couple of our numbers.
I did.
You did one, I think. You did Yes, But Is It Art?
That's right. Yeah.
And we met and said hello, and that was about it. We were surrounded by adoring fans.
You're right. I've had a lovely time singing Yes, But Is It Art, and also Leader over the years as well, which you've always been very kind about.
I've never seen you do that.
Have you not?
Oh. I've seen it on. You've done it online, haven't you? You've got it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
I haven't seen it in the flesh, as it were.
Well, it isn't a patch on the 3 of you, but nor is it tempting to be. Just a nod of appreciation and love, really.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm very glad you do.
I'm glad. It's really nice. Sometimes when I meet people and I tell them that I do their songs, they look tremendously shocked. I remember when I told Pam Ayres that I did a song in the style of Pam Ayres. She looked like I'd stabbed her.
She doesn't like it. I once told her, thinking again that I had complimented her, that I'd written something for a radio program in the style of one of her poems, and she went, "My accent is absolutely authentic. I don't put it on," and she's the dearest woman, and I felt I'd hurt her feelings dreadfully, so I was rather embarrassed. Anyway,
that's a shame because it was definitely meant with love my end as well.
Yes, of course.
Listen, question 2 is, Dillie Keane, how have you been keeping creative at this time?
I'm a very enthusiastic cook, and so I have cooked. I've cooked up a storm, I have to say. I've been gardening. I've gardened up a storm. My garden is begging for mercy. And I've been growing vegetables for the first time in my life. Well, I've only ever grown broad beans before because I can't see the point of growing much else. But I thought, well, I might as well grow some vegetables. I'm going to be stuck at home.
Yeah. What have we got?
I've got beetroot. The beetroot were great. The carrots were rubbish. The peas are delicious. The broad beans are beyond divine. I've grown a lot of fruit in my time anyway. I've known a lot of fruits.
I was thinking something very similar as you were saying that.
But not all my fruit is ready. And the birds have got at some of my fruit.
Can I presume that you have taken some time, as you're not being able to perform at the moment, to keep going with your blog, your eco blog?
My eco blog, yes. I've published a couple. I didn't really feel up to publishing much to start with because I found getting out of bed was about as much as I could do in the day.
Yeah.
So it was quite depressing not being able to work. But no, I published 2, and also I didn't want to bore people by telling them, yet another eco recommendation from DK. You can be awfully, it can sound awfully sanctimonious. So I left off a little. I published a couple, but I'm getting back in my stride, and I've actually been asked to deliver the keynote address at a symposium later this year. So I'm very pleased about that.
Oh, that's brilliant. So for people that don't know about your blog, what's it called and where can we find it?
It's called tYouDontNeed.blog. And you can find it on the internet.
Any old internet will do.
You don't need. Now, we've all got stuff we don't need, but we like the stuff we don't need. I think, of that old shirt that really ought to be thrown out, or your granny's tea set that you're fond of and you never use. It's stuff you don't need is something that might be precious to us, but shit you don't need is stuff that does harm.
Got it. Your third question, Dillie, Keane, is what are you looking forward to doing that you can't do at the moment?
Performing.
Yeah. And what news? Do you know anything? Because you were in the middle of a tour, weren't you, when all of this happened?
We had 13 dates to complete and they were cancelled.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing my hairdresser. I'm looking forward to seeing my sister, brother, and the rest of my family. I've seen a little bit of family. I saw my nephew, which was nice. And I'm sorry. I had the house phone in my room.
Oh dear, are you in trouble?
I'm in deep trouble.
Oh no. Do you have to answer it? Do you have to?
No, John's answered it with a look of,
with that look.
Yeah.
That you won't be getting any broad beans tonight, look.
No, he won't. He'll sing for his bloody broad beans.
Do you have any information for fans that were expecting to see you, Dillie? I mean, is it too early to talk about rescheduling?
It's too early to talk about this year. Yes, I don't know. I have 4 solo dates in December, which might happen or might not at Crazy Cop.
Is that with Mr. Ralston on the piano?
With Mr. Ralston on piano, yes. Which will be fun because I don't want to rust. So it's very difficult. It's thank God for the Rishi Sunak rescue package.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Rishi. It's something. It's a start.
Yes, it is. But it has been a nervous time.
Listen, we are running out of time. Guys at home, don't forget to press the subscribe button for more content like this. Now, unfortunately, Dillie won't be with me tomorrow, but I will see you all tomorrow. Dillie, we have to say this bit together, okay? We have to say if we're saved. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, if we're saved. It's very hard to do something together when you're on a call like this. It's actually really tricky.
We do it together?
Well, I think so. Given the delay, I think we were brilliant.
It's a match.
Listen, thanks so much for your time, Dillie. Look after yourself and that beautiful garden. Take care.
Thank you.